game face.
Serious face.
Did you just fart, Justin?
No.
We're live, everyone. We are live. Trying to get the gas out of the system.
I thought we weren't live yet. My bad.
There's always one.
You know, there's a straight fact that
There we go with the echo. Oh, Jay, did you just?
There's a straight fact that someone's got their YouTube on.
Not me. I have mine muted.
I don't even know how to do that.
All right, who did it? Who did it?
I know who did. I'm going to remove them from the live stream.
All right, our show now, people. Let's do this.
Take two.
Take two.
Yeah, there we go. What is happening, everyone? Thank you all. We had almost 30 people waiting for this live stream to start, and that's the first time in the history of Park Hoppin' that has happened. So thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I have been graced with a wonderful new microphone, so tell me how it sounds. I don't have the you guys know I've been having camera and mic issues, so the snowball is ready to go. If I can't get the big black mic working, so
yeah, it's gonna be isolated.
And so I went from a ball, the blue ball, to the
oh boy.
Anyway, Stephanie was supposed to send me a camera. You know that? She was supposed to send me a camera.
She hasn't done that yet?
Thank you.
Like how you were supposed to send Mara leggings?
You know what, my dude? We got to get you on the show one time to talk about theme park foods. Would you like that? Would you like to be one of our guests one of these times? Do you have a Twitter account?
He's West Coast, right?
Yeah, I think so.
If you have a Twitter account, or just comment below, like your email, I'll try to get something out to you. Okay, we'll do.
That'd be awesome having a bunch of guests on a couple of times a week or something.
I think so. I think it would be awesome. Hey, handsome guy on the internet drunk, beautiful tugs, buzzed R2D2, Justin Proper, and chat. Hello. Yeah. All right. So we got a heck yeah.
Yay!
We're a curse-free channel, not like the other Geeks and Gamers channel. So there it is. All right, Justin. Cons and Churros. I love it.
Best Twitter handle.
Cons and Churros. Is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I found.
So cool. That is a good Twitter handle.
Wait, no, that's not what's coming up.
Oh, never mind.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to
That's not true, Steph. We'll work it out. He says yes, that's us.
Is it? Okay.
Sweet.
All
right. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Yes, Chris, I did. I did.
All right, he got it up. There it is.
Okay.
Cons and Churros. I like the avatar, man. You got the pretzel. Funny story. One time, me and Lee here at the bottom, we were at Star Wars weekend, and I had a pretzel at Disney World with cheese, and I got real sick. Wasn't that like one?
Oh, like the gooey cheese stick that it comes with?
The cheese was like hard.
That's not a good sign.
Wasn't that Star Wars weekend?
Yeah, I think you're right. It was a bit cakey for cheese. I didn't have any of it.
So eat the magic. Follow Park Hoppin' on Twitter, and we'll be in touch. All right.
Yeah.
Follow Park Hoppin' on Twitter, and we will definitely be in touch. My name is Drunk 3PO. That's my regular name, but you can just call me Jay. It's totally fine. But yeah, so I don't know. We came to the end of the day. It was raining, right? It was raining, and we were hungry, and I got a pretzel. It was at the old movie ride. That's not there anymore, which is now Mickey.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
I missed the great movie ride. That was such a good ride.
Was a good ride.
It was fun. And the cast member that was your tour guide was awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you
I like
actually
the interactive.
cared about them when they were good.
And
Awesome.
I bought a pretzel, and it came with. It was supposed to be hot cheese, but the cheese was really hard.
Here's what I can't remember. Did they dispense the cheese and hand you in a cup, or did you have to like peel the plastic
I had
off?
to open it,
Yeah, and it was just disgusting.
and I was trying to like grind it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would
Like, an hour in, I'm like, I don't feel so good.
I would have gotten a refund, dude. I wouldn't have
have
eaten
got
that.
that cheese back immediately. Heck no.
Well, he thought that's how it's supposed to come.
We ate
Really?
Definitely not how that's supposed to
It's the
come.
happiest place on earth. And
Like,
that's how the
not
cheese
bad.
is? That's
Go after.
disgusting. Despicable. Nah.
I
Nope.
ate it and
Never.
walked
It's-
around, and
It
then I
was
was like, I just need to go
round.
home. I'm not hungry. And then I threw up really bad when I got home.
Are you surprised?
Well, what's weird was I felt terrible till I threw up. And then after I threw up, I was like, oh, I'm ready to go. It was one of those weird things.
Yeah, that's what happens when you eat really terrible food. You feel really great afterwards.
Let's give a shout out to the wonderful Stephanie. She loves when I call her that. Sub
Hey, Sab.
Jedi Padawan is here. Lethal Lightning, my dude, is here.
Hey, Lethal.
Rhett Peterson is here. Force Ghost Jeremy is here. Ryan is here.
The fandom menace.
Exactly,
Noah's
Ryan.
Noah's here. Look at that.
here.
Hey.
What's up, Noah? Congratulations on your monetization. I should be around later tonight on his channel.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're going to have a party over there, so come and join us.
Rosetta says drunk usually skips me as well, Lethal.
Yeah, dude, you're getting called out. We haven't been on like 10 minutes.
I know.
It's okay, Rosetta.
Great here. Teresa, I'm sorry. You will always be the lovely Teresa to me, even though you changed your name. Alex is here. Wing Zero's here. How do you say this one? Selwind?
Yeah, that's good.
That's good, or is that correct?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, that sounds right.
I think that's right.
Tom's Tech Show is here. Hello, Tom. Alex. I didn't skip it. I said hi to you. Forget it. Rulon is here all the way from the United Kingdom.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What time is it over there?
I don't think so, but I just like giving him a hard time.
8:15.
Common Sense American
Adam.
and Adam is here.
That sounds like a fun channel to follow.
Which one?
Common Sense America.
Common Sense America.
I wonder
There's
if
not a
that
whole
is.
lot of that around here.
Now I'm curious if that's a channel.
What was your comment, Lethal? We're having.
The hearts? Was it the yellow hearts?
I saw that art. I can't. I scrolled up as far as I could go. I don't see anything.
Make sure you
There
like.
we go.
Hit the like.
Yeah, hit the like button.
Hit the like. Hit the like.
They all have to be likes. No thumbs down on this one. Let's get it over.
Oh, they'll be
60.
thumbs down. They'll be thumbs down.
Yeah, can they say they're gonna do it first so we can find out why?
Yeah. At least give us feedback. That'd be
Give us
nice.
a heads up.
It's my fault. It's like people just hate me.
That's true.
People just hate me. And I found out something disturbing about theme park wars with people. How can you believe it? Can you believe there's theme parks out there that just don't like me or like us or like this channel because they think we're going to step on their territory? Can you
Is
believe
that a real thing? I'm very confused. Are you talking about like the YouTubers or like the actual theme parks?
The YouTubers.
Oh, no,
gonna
the
say.
YouTubers, not theme parks.
YouTubers.
Theme parks love me.
Yeah.
They love us.
Yes, they
All right?
do.
They send me free stuff. It's really cool.
They really do.
They really do.
Man, I really should go to Cedar Point again.
You really need to get down here.
Thanks for sharing.
Right?
Hello,
Yeah.
Mr. I
I
got
only send it to you.
Yeah, I want one of those like silly little magic bands or whatever, whatever those are.
I honestly did not see that comment, Lethal, and I scrolled all the way back up. Bro, Tugs is hot. Darn you all looking beautiful. I mean, you're always beautiful, but really stands out today.
Thank
Tugs.
you.
Yeah. So, This guy doesn't really.
Oh, stop it! Come back. You come back
This
right
guy,
now.
Ordinary Adventures. I'm not going to call them out too much, but they're pretty big, predominant theme park channel. And I bumped into him at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Said hello. Was very nice.
All right. So what happened? What caused all this? Because I'm out of the loop on this story.
Yeah, same. I didn't know that there was any.
I was going to share.
Like the park on Twitter, they just blocked. Okay.
Oh, Jay, by the way, with the key to this mic is holding it like vertical. You can't have it pointed towards you. It sounds better.
It's not going to work. I got to wait till I get my new table.
Oh, okay. All right, then it's fine. I'm sorry for bringing it up now, but
another isolated moment in parks.
yeah, it's gotta be like
towards
sideways. If you do it like, directly,
Wait.
I knew Roland would respond. That's all.
Anyway,
yeah. They have nothing wrong with their channel, but when they found out this was a Geeks and Gamers channel, they were like, we got to stop them.
Yeah, I've had those experiences before. One in particular at Star Wars Celebration. As soon as I mentioned, like, we were having a great conversation. As soon as I mentioned Geeks and Gamers, they were like, "Oh, yeah, we can't talk anymore." Like, you get that kind of vibe. They were just like immediately, like, the person I talked to was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm uncomfortable. I'm just uncomfortable." I'm just like, dude, like, what's wrong with you? So how was that like? Oh, seriously? Am I not sounding clear?
It's not sounding any clearer. How about if I get closer to the mic? Is this better?
Is this better?
No, I was following them.
Does Mark sound okay? What about me?
You sound great.
So just so you know, for those listening on the podcast, people were misbehaving with their microphones. So, Remy will probably go, we're not going to use that one for the podcast, even though this is considered podcast number 1.
All right.
Mark Hoppin. Anyway, no, they were following me just fine. And I was getting ready. So I was a little aggravated because my live stream at CityWalk, people were like, I bumped into Nate, Agent Monday.
Hey, Mr. Morrow.
See, I still got his name wrong. Paging Mr. Morrow. I bumped into him at CityWalk, and because I was live streaming and I walked past him, and people in the chat were like, "Hey, there's Mr. Morrow," and I was like, "Another YouTuber blogger," and I'm like, and I'm saying it loud. I was like, "There's another vlogger here. Where is he?" And then he turns around and he goes, "I'm right here." And I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And then he said his name, and I'm like, "Well, it's nice to meet you." And people in like the comment section were mad at me for like, how can you be a theme park channel and not know Agent Morrow? It's like not knowing Tim Tracker and all them. I'm like,
who's Tim Tracker?
Probably the biggest theme park channel out there. So, yeah. Anyway, there goes our credibility right out the door.
No, it was a joke. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, only professionals are here, and
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, no, and so like they were giving me like a load of crap about not knowing who that guy is, and so I was like, "Well, I know who he is now." And I'm like, we're the new kids on the block, man. We're gonna start running stuff and doing things, and people were like, "Nah, it doesn't work that way. You got to respect." I was like, "It does work that way." So I went to go say, well, I'm gonna introduce myself to all these people. So I found them all on Twitter, and I was gonna put a tweet. I'm like, "Hello, my name is Jay. I'm part of Park Hoppin. I want to introduce myself." And so when I went to tag Ordinary Adventures, I was like, they freaking blocked me. I wasn't blocked like before, like last week, because I tagged them in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway. I was like saying hi to them on Twitter that was March. So now all of a sudden they're just like, we're better than you. We're going to block you. And that's how like Theme Park Wars. And then Theme Park Reviews, which has like almost
so it begins.
Yeah.
was a little salty at my CityWalk post, and I'm like, he's got like 100,000 followers on Twitter, and yet it's a little salty at my little theme park post. So,
how does that happen to you? Like all these Twitter people like with big followings, like they always come after you for some reason. I don't get it.
I don't know, because I've interacted on the Park Hoppin account. I've interacted with theme park reviews before, and they've been fine. Like, I mean, they were a little whiny about everybody being at CityWalk, but that's their personal preference. But I think we should just do what we do. And people will follow us, and we don't have to stoop to that gatekeeping level. And
we bring in the sexy, beautiful back, you know?
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. Most of these people look like wonderful human beings. So, and we're going to be like that as well.
Yeah, and if they're decent people, then they'll understand that, we're the new people here. So,
yeah, exactly.
We're not going to know everyone.
Yeah.
They were like, did you not see our post? Yeah. I was like, holy crap, dude, you got 100,000 followers on Twitter, and you worried about us that have, what, 400?
Yeah.
So
500. I think we're at 470 something now.
Oh,
I think this is about right.
What?
They're you just work on your spelling. Anyway, so
you don't think they're jealous?
Jelly.
I think
they're jelly donuts.
Trey is right.
Ooh,
Man,
jelly donuts.
Right.
We have 482 followers on Twitter.
480 followers. And you know who follows the tourist channel?
Yeah, Undercover Tourist.
Undercover Tourist.
Hi, Undercover Tourist. Love you guys, by the way.
I think that's the problem, because I don't judge nobody for the way they look, the size they are, gender. It's your life. Enjoy the way you want to enjoy it. But
as long as you're not hurting other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's all within the law. That's all.
Yeah. We're all here for the same thing.
But all I'm saying is, if you stand me up as one of the faces of Park Hoppin with the other faces of these channels, they're gatekeeping. That's right.
Right.
Some of them do. Not all of them, but some of them do. Yeah. Some of them do.
Yeah, not all of them. Not all. I only pinned out 2, so and I had evidence. The rest I haven't really bumped into. I'm sure they're wonderful people. And we'll
have you met Michael K yet?
I haven't met anybody. I'm doing my own thing, and people just kind of coming to us.
I've heard great things about Michael K. He's
very,
very pro Disney and just is obsessed with Disney. And I don't know, for some reason, that kind of it makes me be like, okay, as many problems as I have with Disney, I feel a little better because it makes this guy happy. So spreading that joy, spreading that positivity is awesome.
Porkins, just get on Tracker's good side and you'll be golden.
Tracker's awesome.
I met Tim and Jen.
Yeah.
Ran into them at Disney Springs. Very nice.
That's great.
So we'll see.
What did you say to them?
Hello.
You met them.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah. Big fan. I don't know what else to say.
Can I get a photo?
Can I get a photo? Yeah.
Oh, I know who this is.
I got a picture. I did run into Adam the Woo. He was cool.
Nice.
I didn't know who he was either.
Adam
was I there with you?
Adam the Woo. Yeah, you were there.
And I was like,
Adam the Woo. You go. I don't know who that is.
I'm not focused on them, man. I'm focused on us.
We got to get flashcards for Jay the next time. Like when you guys go to Disney Springs next week, we're going to get you flashcards so you know.
Right.
It's a good thing Lee's going with you because he can point them all out.
I got you.
I was
always have Jay's
live streaming at CityWalk. I was like, Tugs, are you in the chat? She's like, yeah. I was like, can you see if there's anybody live streaming from CityWalk? I'm gonna go.
You were the only one for the longest time, and then
I'm gonna like run up on these people. So
yeah, you were the only one live streaming, and then Earsome Genevieve, Earsome Emporium popped up. I don't know where she came from. She came out of nowhere.
I sent her a super chat saying you said hello.
Nice.
So got to when I'm live streaming on Park Hoppin, do me a favor and constantly just type in the word professionalism. Or maybe that's just not who we're supposed to be. Because there was a lot of people that rewatched that live stream that I didn't know, and they're just like, "What are you blabbing on about over here?" Talking to the people in the chat, and I guess if you're not seeing the chat, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, over there by the second thing.
That's how it used to be on. That's how it used to be on like Hangouts and on the regular.
I see it over there, but it's I don't know, maybe the blue.
What you gotta do then is be like, okay, the chat is asking me where this is. It's over there. Like to remember to say out loud, because if you're gonna put him up there without the chat replay, then that way.
And then I say something I did regret. You know, I was making it. Somebody made a joke in the chat. They were saying something along the lines of, "Are you going to put on a lot of weight being a theme park YouTuber?" And then I was like, "No, we're bringing back sexy here. We're not going to be like." I was like responding, but I can see where that could come out where I'm like making fun of large people, you know. So I was like, "All right, I was just laughing and I'm just having fun. That's all it was."
It's okay. I was not offended. So
but we also saw the chat though too. So if you're watching it as a replay, so you just got to make sure to be like, okay, the chat said this. So for those of you who are watching this as a playback kind of thing.
Yeah, like read it out loud. Like
or read the chat out loud.
If I remember, I just know like the way I was dressed was I looked like I was gonna rob the place compared to the other YouTubers because they were. Oh, so here I am here. I'll pull up a picture. And then I'm going to walk you guys through real quick what it's like, because I know a lot of people are going to start visiting the parks and the theme parks real soon. So let me share the screen. And then we're going to get on through our first topic. So yeah, that's not it.
Wow. What are you doing here?
So many tabs.
How many windows you got open?
Wow.
All of them.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Yeah. So there was like a band up there playing.
Patriotic. I mean, you know.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy is that not even 4 months ago, 3.5 months ago, if you tried to wear that to CityWalk, they would have kicked you out.
Oh yeah.
And that blows my mind. Like,
yeah.
I will say this though, most people had like the surgical style mask. I guess that's what you call it. And then a lot of people had these weird designer masks with like Gucci symbols and Mickey Mouse masks. There was a lot of Mickey Mouse masks at Universal of all places. And I guess they got I don't know. They got the corner of the market.
Yeah.
So, but when I had the sunglasses on, it was just like, it looked, about to rob somebody.
You try to order them today, it's like.
Oh yeah, I have a plain black one for public, but for the airplane, because they're making me wear it on the airplane, I have this bad boy.
Now, can you wear that at Disney, or would Disney say that's scary looking?
Well, I don't know. I'm not. I'm gonna wear. I have a black one for a Disney.
All right,
black one, but the airplane's getting the creepy Venom one because. Make me sleep on the airplane with it on.
Hey Trey, you just followed me on Instagram, brother. You just followed me on Instagram.
Hey Trey.
He was making fun of me. He was like, "There's the guy that kept running into people."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the interesting thing, because I put if you can see in the description, I have like the topics listed below. Real quick about CityWalk, and then a little bit about Disney Springs. We have a list of more restaurants opening, and then theme parks, how theme parks could possibly get opened earlier. And then we'll take questions randomly from the chat. So if you're listening from the podcast, I just showed a picture of what I wore a full, I did not wear a surgical mask. I basically wore, I don't even know what you call that, like a face wrap. It looked like a black American flag. Had a hat on, and
is it one piece? Like goes all the way around.
So I have to pull it on over my head, and I could pull it all the way up. Now, so if this is the same regulations that they're going to use, I did do a video on it, but it didn't do well because I think the live stream like pulled everyone over. But oh
yeah, you made YouTube crash too.
Yeah,
that was funny. That was pretty funny.
Good timing. Now what you did.
I don't know if you saw the tweet I did, but Disney put out an official statement with their guidelines for Disney Springs on Wednesday. There's a photo of all the guidelines. Masks are mandatory. So just so you guys know on when you guys go.
You need them Instagram. My Instagram is drunk3po. I look very beautiful there. You may go over and check them out for yourself. So the bandanas are fine. You can wear a bandana. I plan on wearing a bandana when I go to Disney Springs. Of course, I don't have it here. I have it all by the door when I leave, because if I don't have it by the door when I leave, I'll walk out and forget it.
A buck. It's called a buck. That's what it's called.
They do have they do give away masks there, but you don't want to wear the ones they give away. People were like complaining and upset about these things. So putting the mask on, you're supposed to have the mask on from the parking lot until you go to dinner or wherever you go. If you're outside, if you're in the shops, wherever, you can't take it off. Now, my mask slid down a little bit under the nose a few times, and the police that were there, they had police like everywhere. The police were very, very, or in security or whatever, and even I don't know they're not really cast members at Universal. They were very, very respectful and nice they were just like, excuse me, sir, can you just make sure it's over here? Can you make sure it's over your nose? I was like, yeah, no problem, no problem. They're like, I was like, yeah, no problem. You know how people talk like that, where they're like, I don't want to be offensive, so I'll whisper loudly. So it was like that. It came down several times, and finally, one of the guys was like, hey man, maybe if you pull it up over your ears, it'll stay on. And so I did that for a little bit. Now the issue is, I walked around that like about 5 times, because it was just nice to get out. It was nice to get out. So let me just go from the beginning, and then if anybody has any questions in the chat, then we'll go on to Disney Springs and what Tugs has and everything. So from the parking lot, you're supposed to have a mask on. They had workers there that were kind of like, they were just on the regular, hello and welcome back. Make sure you have your mask on. Hello and welcome back. Make sure you have your mask on. Hello, welcome back. Make sure, like, it was a constant loop. And of course, there's always people at the beginning that didn't have it on. And the thing that bothered me is that people took photos of that one dude that just didn't have it on and threw it out on Twitter and was like, look, people aren't wearing masks. It wasn't true at all. I'm telling you, I did not see one person. A lot of the times people got out of their car without their masks on, and you're disappointed the fedora didn't make an appearance. Probably for Disney Springs it will, probably. And I'll have like a Haiti flag bandana. So
did they hand out these kind of masks?
They hand out those kind of masks, but they were even like cheesier. They sold them too. Like cheaper.
Yeah.
So they took these photos and they were throwing, and that's what Theme Park Reviews Twitter like threw out there saying, look, people aren't wearing masks. Like, that's not true. A lot of people didn't have it on from the parking lot to the first stop. And then once they got near the first stop, they were pulling them out of their pockets and everything. Everybody, you could not even get past the first stop without a mask on. So they had that thing sealed off with like road barriers, and they kind of funneled people in with these giant blue stickers on the ground where you just stood and then you went to the next one and next one. Everybody followed everybody seemed to follow it really well. So, and yeah, always. When you get to the first place, they had a gun. It looked like a gun. It's not a real gun, but it was
to take your temperature.
They just kind of waved it over they didn't even touch me. They just kind of waved it over your forehead. Took about a second. It was like, you're good, go to the next one. Then you go to the security where you take everything out of your pocket. Nothing.
What temperature are they looking for? 90,
100.
Over 100.
Over 100?
Yeah, that's
over 100, 100.4 exactly. 100.4.
Yeah, or higher.
100.4 and up. Okay.
Yeah, they do the same thing in a lot of workplaces where like at Amazon or UPS, all these warehouses, they do the same thing. Everyone's like an essential worker. They with a big company, they'll do that.
Well, Trey, we're gonna find out on the 20th how Springs is doing it. So the thing with CityWalk, the advantage that they have, there's really only one entrance. Disney Springs has multiple entrances.
Yeah. So Disney came out, and I could pull it up for you. I don't know if I sent it to you or not. Disney came out and talked about that. They are going to be funneling. You're going to be parking.
Show, man. It's the Tug Show.
Woo!
Hi. You're going to be parking in either lime or orange parking garages, and those are the only two entrances that you can go in and out of. So they're going to have everything.
Okay, so they've shut down the other parking. All right. That
no, you know that open air parking lot? You're not going to park there either. So
just
now,
lime and orange garage.
I will say this: little children did not have masks on.
No, what's the cutoff? It's 3 and under.
The whole time I was there, the little kids they had the water fountains park open for the children, where on the ground the water shooting up from the ground.
Yeah,
and they had tons of kids in there playing. It was awesome. It was awesome to see them laughing and running around and all that stuff.
That was my favorite part.
I'm sure that won't scare anybody.
People already were talking. Don't look. Twitter was a mess on Thursday. People were already talking about it. Oh, there's diseases in the water and that lives in the water.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah.
What?
Theme park reviews. Anyway, but yeah, and so then like to go to the I had reservations. I didn't have reservations. We went to Bubba Gump Shrimp, and the lines are misleading because everyone's spaced out. So it looked like there was a long line. And Margaritaville looked like it had a long line. It really didn't. It was actually because it was really spaced out. And so once you get to the front, they're just like, how many in your party? My party was less than 4. And so they were like, we're hoping it's gonna be an hour because we can only seat so many people in here. But we're taking the bigger parties first, is what they told me. So I was like, no problem, because they wanted to get the bigger parties in and out. I guess I don't know what the thought process was that. Maybe they make more money that way with more people eating.
Yeah. Well, they also could probably, if you have the bigger parties, then you can, if you need to adjust, like you could put a big party in this corner over here, and then if you need to adjust some tables and move things around while they're there.
Right, that's probably right. They probably had a certain section for 2, like under 2 people, and then another section for like bigger parties, a lot more places for bigger party. Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably what they did.
What's going to be interesting is if they change it starting Monday, because starting Monday, technically they can all go to 50% capacity. So I wonder if any of them are going to change that just because it's going to be easier for them. I don't know.
That'd be a smart idea financially.
If they made everyone come in the parking garages or bus stops and blocked everyone from coming in. So I think that's what they're going to do.
That's what they're going to do, I think.
I think it'd be a huge hassle.
Yeah.
Universal was fantastic. Everywhere we went, there was if you've never been to Universal, to get to the park, there's these giant walkways, like escalators. Mm-hmm. They had a guy like every 10 feet spraying them like constantly. Mm-hmm. Every handrail, there was a dude there spraying. It was shocking. That was the most workers I've ever seen that were just wiping everything. As soon as someone got out of a seat, I mean, they were just it was just like incredible. I was very impressed with that. They even had singers and dancers. They had people out on stilts. They had performers out there, and the majority of the people just wanted to get out of the house, so they just went there and sat. It was a beautiful day. They had all these couches wide open by the water. People were just sitting there, ordered a drink. You know, they had the bars open. They had Voodoo. They had Voodoo Donuts open. I went to Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, nice. I'm excited there. Ooh,
yeah. The donuts was not a limited menu. I got 4 donuts. They're all gone now. But I got 2 like Boston cream stops. Have you ever been to Voodoo Donuts?
I've never been to Voodoo Donuts ever. I'm going to have to go while I'm down there.
Donuts are like
this
thick and like this. I mean, they're huge.
Don't they have crazy stuff too? Like you eat ones with Fruity Pebbles and weird stuff on them?
They had everything. They had like bacon. They had everything. The maple
bacon donuts?
Donut, which was my favorite, they were all out.
Oh.
So the line for Voodoo Donut looked really long, but once you got in line, it was like they had the process. It was like doom.
Justin, you never had a maple donut with bacon on it?
No, I can't say I have. I've had
dude. missing out.
I've had a lot of different kind of donuts in my life. Never a bacon donut. That sounds. I don't know if it sounds delicious or just really gross. I'm not. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to try one. I'm gonna have to try one when I go to Orlando.
Down there when I come down there. Oh heck yeah!
All right, Trey. I've never been to T-Rex, so if you want to take me when you come down, be my guest. Anyway, Forest Ghost Jeremy says, "Do they still have mini golf?" Yes, the mini golf was open. The mini golf was open.
I love the mini golf down there.
Yeah, I plan on going back Sunday to play mini golf with some people, and Sunday around 5 o'clock, and then maybe eat somewhere else. We'll see. But all in all, throughout the whole thing, they had all the performers and like the bands were like up on the top level playing down, and no one could really go up there. And then they had a guy on the intercom saying, "Welcome back. Make sure your mask's on." The whole and it wasn't annoying. It was really, they did it right, man. They did it really right. The thing that I hate more than anything at theme parks, and I'm in the small minority, extremely small, is those freaking bubble makers that they make. And every time, I don't know, because I'm tall, I don't know what it is, but they seem to get them right in my face. Them
kids so mad. It's the funniest thing.
Every time, and I'm just like, freaking bubbles, man. Freaking bubbles. So
I get that. And then I also hate the balloon guy. Because we're tall, so we're always walking, and the balloon guy's
hit us in the face. Get out of it. Guy's got like 300 balloons.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get by, and he's like, "Excuse me, sir."
It's been on a windy day. Forget it.
So they had the balloon things there, and I think they were
just walk around there.
It's too crowded.
Sometimes you get. I've gotten tangled. Oh, strollers are the.
Well, they're limiting that now, right?
There needs to be an age requirement.
It's got to be a smaller stroller. You can't have like the triple wide, whatever.
I can't deal.
Around the park.
What's wrong with strollers if they're like 2 years old? Like,
oh my God, no! Because what happens is because none of these people that bring their strollers, moms and dads, I'm calling you out. They don't want to. They pack lunches and they pack like 15 sets of clothes because kids are messy, and they pack all these things. So they get these huge, big, ginormous strollers that the 2-year-old is this big, the stroller is this big, and the mom sometimes sits in the stroller, or the big sister who's like 15 will sit in the stroller, or the 9-year-old will sit in the stroller, and they're everywhere. And when it's crowded, you get run over. And I'm little, and every single freaking time they come around the corner, they always hit me every time because I'm little, because nobody sees me, because dad's pushing the stroller and he's tall like this and he doesn't see me. So
it's like it's not just a stroller anymore. It's like a mobile RV that you push around with all sorts of secret compartments, and
it's like a James Bond contraption. And they take
enormous.
I hate them.
The last time I ever had any sort of I think one of the last times I was at Disney World, do they still have their children on leashes, those backpacks?
Yes. Okay, no, I don't hate kids, but my parents were smart, and they waited until we were out of the stroller phase to take us to the theme parks, because we could walk on our own, we could talk on our own, and we didn't have to take a nap every 5 seconds. So maybe just wait till your kids are older. I'm just
the first I disagree. First time I went, I was in kindergarten, and it was amazing. And my little brother and sister were a year and 2 years old. They had a blast.
Good.
They had a blast. But at least my siblings were walking at the time. We didn't always have a stroller.
And your stroller probably wasn't this big.
No.
All I'm saying is,
when they had like
there was no stroller. We had to walk.
No, we didn't have a stroller.
Freaking stroller. You got 2 legs, son. You can't walk.
6. I was 8, and my sister was 6.
We had a stroller, but it wasn't from Q Branch. It was just kind of a generic thing. But I carried my kid everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, once we got, does Geeks and Gamers have a wrench?
Kid everywhere.
No.
All right, sorry, I totally boomered this. All right, let me fix that. Oops. Hold on.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Hold on.
Or if you're gonna bring the stroller, at least have your kids, your kids be disciplined. Parents, come on.
Dude, have you seen the on busy days the stroller parking?
Yeah, it's like this far out.
And sometimes the cast members, if you put your stroller in the wrong place, they'll take it and move it to parking, and then trying to find it. It's like,
it's like 5 rows deep on a really busy day. The stroller parking could be about 5 rows deep, and then you're like dodging people.
Yeah.
Can I just point out that when we first started doing Park Hoppin live streams, Jeremy would be like yelling at me and like, how come this isn't done? How come the title sucks? How come you didn't tag it properly? We're going to be late. Like he was like going now, and now look at him. It's fine. LOL. Everything's fine. Everything's happy. Everything's good. The boss is happy. The boss is happy. Yeah, I know. The boss is here. The boss is here.
Behave.
I have to clean it up. Yeah, we're behaving. We're behaving. We're behaving. I think he's happy that the other. I think Jeremy deep down, he's like really happy that the other theme park channels are getting aggravated with us, and they're just like that. That just fires him up. It just makes him like
it's a little threatened.
Makes it like you did it. This is what I wanted, and you did it without cursing.
We'll keep it spicy.
So but the crazy thing is after what I was saying is after walking like Geeks and if they put this on the podcast, Geeks and Gamers replied, Ryan keeps getting strikes. You haven't. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
That's very true.
The after the third time walking around, it's you start the Florida's not cold. It was hot. And breathing under that thing was getting a little.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun. You're starting to breathe heavy, because you got a filter over.
Well, how hot was it?
It was a beautiful day. It was like 81, 82.
Ooh, with the mask? Ah. Ouch.
That's
just like that. I stay in the podcast the whole time, and yeah, that's okay. Bye. See you, boss. Thank you, Jeremy. Bye, man.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence for like 2 minutes.
July and August, what, 90 something?
It was about 81 with a nice breeze. It was really beautiful out. I mean, it was really nice, and so there's no complaining. And but it was.
What's going to happen for the people that come?
It just was like after a while, like it's just you're breathing a little harder than normal because, and you started to get a little warm because I guess I was wrapped up.
Oh.
So,
ooh.
But I other than that, like the restaurants all have limited menus, and they're all like printed out on paper, and they had nothing in there. Like the weird thing is like everything. If you wanted anything, including like they bring out one napkin and a fork, and they're just like, "Do you need anything else? We'll bring it to you." So,
wow.
Like, can I get more napkins? And they were like, "Yes." Can I get a knife? Here you go. So because they had limited staff, like limited people to wash the dishes, I guess, and limited people to cook, limited people to do things. So it was crazy. So we waited. They gave me an hour estimate, and we waited an hour and 40, which I totally expected. So I wasn't upset. I didn't pull a Karen and want to see the manager or anything like that. And then the food took really long. The food almost took an hour and 45, almost 2 hours. That was let me take that back. An hour and 15, hour 20.
Still.
It took a long, I almost said 2 hours, wasn't it? It took a long time. And I wasn't mad. I kind of expected. You get what I'm saying? Like I expected it to be like that. Ryan Kennel.
Ryan 2.0. Hello.
With Karen, yeah.
Is that? I missed that whole thing. So is there just a guy who like has the same name?
Yeah.
Well, we'll explain it after the show.
We'll tell you.
It's a long story.
I'm surprised you guys haven't found it already. I knew it existed, but
Ryan knew.
Yeah.
We'll tell you. We'll tell you.
The funny thing about that account is he just locked it. So he definitely went on his Twitter.
He hasn't tweeted in 2 years. Good job, Ryan.
Yeah.
Triggered. I know, right, Trey? Good grief.
Yeah. But anyway, wait, Steph doesn't have it? Hold on.
Yeah, because she's not Geeks and Gamers. Jeremy said, well, I don't know the rules.
I got you, Steph.
What's that?
The rules originally were only Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah, but we changed it. There you go. I got you. It's all good. I got you. Steph's a good moderator. She plugs channels.
Yes, no, absolutely.
I remember when I first got my my Geeks and Gamers wrench, I was giddy with excitement.
Me too. Oh my gosh. My first time I modded for them was a 3-hour Battlefront live stream. It was bananas. It was the best.
So
that is
for Justin. Justin, do you know if they're going to do temperature at the Sandusky theme park?
That is an interesting question. So as of right now, they don't have any plans, any date to reopen. So, which is really sad because the city of Sandusky at Cedar Point, they lose, what I read, they lose about 70 grand for each day that Cedar Point is not open. 70 grand, 70,000. Yeah. So it's, and they don't plan on reopening anytime soon. And if they do, they're not really gonna run many of the rides, all the celebration stuff. This is supposed to be their 150th anniversary. They've been open since 1870. This is a huge monumental year for them. But what they're doing is they're holding off the celebrations until next year, and they are gonna do all of that then. And they're also extending for all the Cedar Fair parks, that includes Kings Island, Kings Dominion, Knott's Berry Farm. All the season passes will be honored next year. The 2020 ones will be honored in 2021. So that's awesome. And also they marked down the price a bunch. So that's pretty cool. But as of right now, they're not even really reopening the parks. They are lucky enough to not have been open when this pandemic started. So they have that luxury of not, having too many, potentially infected people in there. So they're trying to be as safe as possible. But I would imagine that they would do temperature checks. There's only like one main entrance and then one in the back for all the hotel guests and the cabins that are out there. So it's not going to be that hard to do in terms of, people coming in. But it's just maintaining it. And of course, they're going to have a lot of tourists come in. So they're just taking all the precautions that they can. But yeah, unfortunately, they're not going to be reopening anytime soon.
So now that the CityWalk is open, Force Ghost Jeremy did say something that he would, anything more than a half hour, an hour, I'd walk out. I don't have patience. So that's the issue is you have to go into the situation not knowing what's going to happen. I went in there going, it's probably going to be longer than expected because this is all new to everyone, to all of us. Everything is new. We don't really know how to act. I don't know how many staff they have. Everyone's on limited staff. They had one guy working at the Universal shop, and he had to stand by the door and only let 3 people in at a time. If somebody wanted to buy something, he had to shut the door, ring them out, go back to the door and open the door. Right. And that's how, like the sign said, this is how it's going to work.
Wow.
So, and it's not like I'm pretty sure he didn't lock it, but it just said wait until, I don't think you're allowed to lock the doors, but it basically was like wait until somebody.
That's really that's just going to slow everything down. And if next week they're going to Tugs, you said 50%. They can go up to
so Monday is the full phase 1. So stores and restaurants can go to 50% occupancy, where I think is that right now it's 25%. So I don't know if anybody's going to change their numbers.
This statement right here is why I think it might not mess things up, because I believe many people feel the same way. A lot
of people that feel that way, yes.
I believe a lot of people feel the same way. I think, like I said, I saw YouTubers, people that took pictures, and people just went and sat. They didn't go to no restaurant. They didn't do anything.
Okay,
so
but
go ahead.
I was going to say, so to your point, he only let, I don't know, you thought maybe 3 or 4 people in at a time to the shop. So if they go up to 50%, does that mean they can now let 6 people in, or does he still have to keep it limited? Does that 50% park wide? Does it pertain 50%. To the individual shops and restaurants too?
Yes. 50% individual shops and restaurants. So if Margaritaville holds 500 people, they can go to 250 instead of 100 or whatever.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now the biggest problem I had, it wasn't the biggest problem. A problem when we were at Bubblegum Shrimp, there was a woman that was on the other side. Either she had allergies or she drank her water too fast, because all of a sudden everyone's eating is kind of quiet because you're so separated from anyone. I didn't have anyone like here, and then all of a sudden you hear like, and then so everyone's like,
everyone panics.
freaks out. Everyone's like turning around. And like,
that would I swear that would happen to me. You know, just like, no, I'm sorry, wrong pipe. Just like
I went to Target. I've told this story. I went to Target last week, the week before, and you know how sometimes when you have been inside a long time, you go out in the sun, you sneeze, like the sun will make you sneeze. As soon as it didn't happen at my car, it happened right as I got to the front door. And I'm like, son of a biscuit, and everybody's looking at me.
But yeah, so it was kind of funny because the people I was with, I was like, oh my God. And then it stopped, right? So everyone's like, okay, let's go back. And then all of a sudden, like it's loud. You know how people have like a random like, and then it's like over.
Yeah. Everybody jerks.
Like I drank my drink too fast, and I'm like gagging, and everyone just was like,
poor Karen.
But then you have to think, I was like, everyone had a temperature check before they came in.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Everything looked really clean. Everything looked fun. I really wanted to play miniature golf, but because we spent so much time at dinner and then went to Voodoo Donuts before they closed, I didn't have time to do golf. They shut golf down around 9:30. So if you paid for mini golf, they weren't taking anybody else till after 9:30. That's pretty funny right here.
You're not wrong.
So Tugs, please give us the info at Disney Springs because me and Lee will be going there on the 20th on opening day. We plan on doing a live stream, but I think what I'm going to do this time first is I'm going to film a video about everything, about where we are, throw that up on the channel, and then I'll go live after we eat. Because it seemed like that's what all the other YouTubers were doing, and it got a lot more traction. So I'm going to do that first. So real quick, I'm so sorry. How long was the line for Voodoo Donuts? It looked like it was going to be like a 2-hour long line, but honestly, it was about 10 minutes. So
did it just look long because of people spreading out?
That's all it was. It was the spacing.
Well, that's what
that made it look longer than what it was.
Well, and that's what you said that about Margaritaville on your live stream. You were like, it's not that long. Like people are saying it.
People were saying it was 2 hours. Went to Margaritaville, they were like 45 minutes, and the outdoor seating was a little more closer. And that I could have sat there right away and got food. Like they didn't announce that. See, that's the thing that was bothering me about these other theme parks. They were like, don't go 3-hour wait for Margaritaville, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, you weren't.
I think it probably might have been when it first opened, like rope drop, everybody's bombarding because the line to get in was really long. By the time you got there, people had kind of scattered. But
so go ahead. Sorry. I had a question about the restaurants that are open. So where you went, Jay, so did they was it like a bar and grill? Did they have like all different types of seating?
Bubblegum Shrimp indoor restaurant had booths, had tables, had a bar.
But did they block anything off?
No.
Yeah. Okay. No. So all right.
But the way that restaurant is set up is weird. There's like a section over here.
Okay.
Section over there. Section over there. So and then like some sections in the middle. So like there was like booth seating in the middle. Then they had like wall booth seating for like smaller parties. And then they had giant table seatings for the larger parties. But it looked like they set up every table to hold 8, like 6 to 8. So, and then the people that were like 2 were pushed way off to the side. And there wasn't that many seating for like 2 people. So
okay, so they didn't block off any of the booths or the tables or the bar seats. Did they have to? Were they like one of those seats that are just like in?
What they had was a big sign that said reservation. Seat is reserved due to pandemic. That's what they put on all the chair. Like on the bar, they had a big. They had one of those little signs that they set down like. Seat is reserved due to pandemic. So at the bar, you had 2 seats if you were with somebody, and then they blocked off like 4 people
four seats, like just separate each group that's up there.
Yeah.
So there literally could be like 10 people at the bar if there's like 30 seats.
No, it's not. It wouldn't hold that much. They separate about 6. They were separated about 6 seats.
I understand one, but like 6 seats? Like that seems a little excessive, but I mean, I don't know how close they were, but wow. Interesting.
Discrimination going on.
Yeah, I look like a thug. They didn't want me there, so every on my live stream and everywhere we went, they're like, "Dang, man, look at you!" It was like, "It's how it is." All right, I'm about to share your screen. Tugs is going to take it from here about Disney Springs.
Woo!
Okay, it's a lot of pressure. So these are your requirements for Disney Springs. This is the visual guide that they have. So basically, it's the same thing as Universal. Your face coverings are required, limited parking, and reduced entrances. So you're only going to be able to park in orange and lime. So wherever those empty out, that's going to be your exit and entry points, and that's where they're going to also be checking temperatures. It looks like. So that's basically it. They don't say anything about free parking though, so I would plan to pay for parking at Disney Springs because the article that this image came out of said nothing about free parking like Universal did. So I would plan on that. Just a heads up.
But yeah, Disney never charged parking to begin with.
For Disney.
Well, I mean, aren't you you're a
annual pass
holder? Yeah.
But I don't know if they're going to be honoring that either. They didn't mention that.
Disney Springs was always free.
Always free for everybody.
Really?
Yeah, they don't charge park at Disney Springs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they do at Downtown Disney and Disneyland, so that's just...
That's
one reason why Disney World's better.
Well, not only that, they have twice as many theme parks, and they're just amazing.
Honestly, it is good because people that are coming in, they don't know that. They think that
I didn't know that. I
charge for Disney Springs. Yeah, it's okay.
They have valet. You could pay for valet if you want to get closer. But if you're a Tables in Wonderland member, you get complimentary valet if you're dining. Just throwing that out there.
So you can be fancy and be like, "Yeah, take my car."
Oh yeah. That's the only way to go, man.
Yeah, I always have to ask if they drive stick because it's a disaster if you don't.
That's what I heard, Common Sense America. That's why I haven't been.
I heard that too.
So I heard it's just a lot of show, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's with all the hate for the Rainforest Cafe.
T-Rex is pretty much same as Rainforest, just dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So you said there's only 2 parking garages that will be open for Springs?
Orange and lime. Those are the only. So that big outdoor.
We usually park at Orange, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody usually parks in Orange, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how that. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. And do you have any, like, what the other restaurants that have opened?
There's
some pizza place that's open. Let's see.
I know Morimoto Asia.
Wasn't ready, folks. She wasn't ready.
I'm not ready. I'll send you this stuff. I thought you were going to pull it up. That's my bad. Sorry.
We forgive you. That's okay.
Communication issues here at Park.
Yeah, it is 100%.
Rainforest Cafe is good.
Thank you.
It's good.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said
I didn't say it was bad. It's just very similar. It's T-Rex and Rainforest, so like the same thing.
What's up, Orbs? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Leave a like on your way out.
So what? We know Wine Bar George. We know STK.
Wine Bar George, STK. The Boathouse has been announced for Disney owned. Will be opening May 27th. As long as Boathouse, the World of Disney store are opening May 27th. Morimoto Asia is opening May 20th. Haagen-Dazs is open May 20th. Shops are going to be Anthropology and a couple of others. I'm trying to find a list. Hold on.
What about I'm curious what kind of quick service places are going to be open, like your counter service, walk up, get something, like the Starbucks, places like that.
I still haven't seen a Starbucks open in the longest time.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Starbucks here are open.
Yeah,
they aren't in Ohio.
I don't like Starbucks coffee.
It's drive-through, right?
Yeah,
If it's drive-through, I thought they were open, but if you have to go in, so the one at Springs is not a drive-through. Obviously, you got to walk in and get it. But
I'm a Dunkin' Donut man.
It's just called Dunkin' now.
Yeah. Runs on Dunkin'. Okay, so May 20th, you have your Four Rivers Cantina food truck, Polite Pig.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Has announced that they will be reopening. STK, which we knew, Wine Bar George, which we knew. Your shops are going to be down here. So we have Chicken Guy, Blaze Pizza, Earl of Sandwich will be reopening. Aaron McKenna's Bakery, Frontera Cochina, which is the new Mexican place. Haagen-Dazs, Joffrey's Coffee, the Churro Place, and Yesaki. Kiosk is going to all be opening food-wise, and then your shops for these ones.
So there's your quick serves. Anything on Jacques Lindsay's Hanger Bar?
Nope.
My spot. Come on.
The only ones Disney has announced that are Disney-owned so far are Boathouse and oh my God, what was the other one? That's it. No, that's it. Boathouse and the World of Disney Store. That's the only two that they've announced. So I don't know.
What is it about Boathouse that they were given the green light?
I don't know. Because it has outdoor seating, I think. Doesn't it have outdoor seating?
So does Jacques.
Oh, that's true. I don't know.
I think a lot of it might have to do with staff.
That's probably true.
But then, oh, really? Pete's Coffee. What local? Where are you? Where are you at?
Pete's is good. Are you in
Never
Northern?
heard of that coffee before.
That's a Northern.
I'm not really a Starbucks kind of guy. I mean, I don't know.
Good. I like
white chocolate mocha is the only thing I ever get from Starbucks. That's it.
It's very particular.
But
they're really good.
That's what I like. I like chocolate.
I like chocolate drinks.
That's right. That's about it.
Always chocolate drinks.
Nothing wrong with chocolate.
Oh no.
Stephanie, thank you for being a great mod. I knew giving you a wrench was the greatest thing to do. Can you for the biggest plug we want you to do, Steph, is the Park Hoppin Twitter. I would appreciate that. You're awesome, Steph. Thank you so much. Thank you for plugging all of our Twitters and YouTube accounts. It's fantastic. Let's see. So
Steph is starting to grow on me. She seems really awesome.
Yes.
I haven't talked to her very much, so but she seems funny and cool.
Steph is good people. She's good people.
Yeah.
She's someone you want in your corner for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, and you don't want her against you. That's for real sure.
No, I enjoy her tweeting funny things at me. So, she was great.
So yeah, World of Disney Deluxe Burger, mobile orders only for Deluxe, and the Marketplace Co-op are opening May 27th, and the Boathouse I believe is May 27th as well. So
I saw that video, Trevor. Yeah, it's people want to get out of the house, man. People want to get out.
Shanghai Disney, they did a really good job. I thought they had hotel guests and everything that they filtered through the back entrance, and they did a really good job.
We are going to do a Wine Bar George review probably on the 20th and just the overall Disney Springs type of thing. And then we'll probably go live after we eat for a little bit, just kind of giving our overall impression of what's going on and how it's like. Probably what it's going to be like for a little while. The Florida government is now accepting applications for theme parks to open earlier than we thought. So they have to submit an application to the government and pass the guidelines. It does help when the president of Universal and the president of Disney is on the reopen committee for the government. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah,
I hope George has the cheese board. That's all I want.
That's convenient that they're on the board.
Yeah, they got.
Krista, you are speaking my language, lady. You are speaking my language. That's exactly.
Yeah,
I love
that sounds good.
So they got to submit this application. That's basically just their strategy, their plans for
what we're going to have in place.
I sent you that link, Jay. Right? The union.
No, you didn't. But,
it's in the Park Hoppin chat.
I don't see it anywhere.
Charlie Brown.
I saw it. That's confirmed.
Thank you, Lee.
I saw it too.
Thank you, Justin.
I have no idea where it is.
Hold on.
I'm scrolling up and this is the next thing that I wanted to go over.
Hold on, let me find it.
crap. I can't. This is. I want to switch the topics for a minute. I want to talk about Disney collecting. What do you call those people? Disney collectibles.
Collectors.
Collectors who collect collectibles.
There you go.
Mhm.
Disney
Nailed it.
people that collect Disney stuff
And then
and how obsessed
Oh, we're talking about this now.
some of these people can be.
your fault, okay?
How obsessed some people can. Listen, there's nothing wrong with like collecting stuff. We all collect stuff. People collect things. Disney collectors are on a whole new level, man. They are on a level. I thought Star Wars collectors were on a level. Nah, man. Disney collectors are on a whole level.
There's
my guy down here. He collects weird stuff from Disney, and it's a whole new level.
Dude, have you heard of you've heard of that I don't remember what it's called, but it's some sort of place in it's in Los Angeles.
Wait,
they have all of these
saying I don't know what it's called, then I think we need to move on.
No, but there's a place that have all of these vintage this guy collects all of these vintage things in collectibles from Disneyland from back in the 50s, like some of the old teacup rides, and just all of this different merchandise.
Parts of the actual attraction or stuff that you
yes.
Okay.
No, parts of the actual attraction, historical artifacts that are, I call them artifacts like it's Indiana Jones, but it's, I mean, like all of these interesting things that you could look like old models from like 1953 or something of the park, what's going to look like, all these interesting things, all these collectibles. It's great.
Pull it up more. There you go.
I forgot you had that tattoo.
The best. Tigger's the best. I love him.
Let me try to find
So yeah, I don't know what Justin was talking about. Sorry, I wasn't.
I'll try to
I know
look
what
up
you're
the
talking
name.
about.
And I was just joking. So Disney released something today, and you think a multi-gazillion company would have better ways of handling this. It says, due to the overwhelming interest in today's release, we're currently experiencing technical difficulties. So their site was shut down because they released. That's pretty funny. Look at that. And these Disney,
like it happens literally every single time, and you don't have the parks now to go buy stuff, so it's extra people because the people that would be at the park standing in line for 5 hours are not at the parks. Like, come on, guys.
I mean, all right, these Disney collectors are angry. Do better. $1 billion company can't keep bots out. I mean, it's just like they are mad.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's at home on the internet, so why? What else are they doing?
So they're selling a whole Minnie Mouse Tiki Room thing. So look what they're selling. The ears are like $160 for the Minnie Mouse ear.
That's all on eBay. That's eBay, by the way.
Yeah. But people are paying for this stuff. I'm telling you. Like,
yeah.
Are there any bids on there?
What's the original? What's the price? What's the retail price?
I believe the ears were $70.
Can someone go on the Disney shop and confirm? But those Mickey ears are, I mean, people are, all right, look.
And what's the description?
This lady's online, and she's so mad she can't order it. Like, look at this. This is bull crap. She is so mad she cannot order this. Like she recorded herself not being able to order the set here. Like that's how mad.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So the ears were originally $75.
Mickey ears, man.
Okay, are they like a signature line or
35? I read it wrong. The ears were $35 and the Loungefly backpack was $75.
Okay, that's okay.
Here we go, right here. Yeah, Minnie Mouse. Man, these bags are just everywhere at Disney. The Tiki Room limited release, $75. The Minnie Mouse plush, $30, and the cup, $19. Now, people usually order like this person ordered all three, so they usually order in bulk like that anyway.
So it's part of a series.
Oh,
yeah.
Every month this year, they're doing a whole Minnie Mouse theme, a different part of the park.
Yep. So these are the Enchanted Tiki Room ones.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, these women. Look at the women. They all wear glasses.
Oh
All right. They're all, look at that. All wear glasses. I'm just saying. They didn't have glasses on, but this woman who's mad, she wears glasses. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's just kind of interesting. I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
And they're going.
Look, this tune is getting really old. Shop Disney. And then someone responds, "Tale as old as time."
Yeah.
You don't understand why a company like Disney has all these technical problems. I can't even check out.
Man, they're angry. Glasses.
It happens every single time, and now it's even worse because this is the second collection that's come out since we've been under lockdown.
So here's another lady. Guess what? She's got glasses. Oh no, that's a guy. I am sorry. I misgendered somebody. I'm sorry.
His name's Eric too. How did you?
So he's mad. Every time I click on the checkout button, it doesn't work. He's mad. He's posting video of how he's going to spend $100 on Mickey ears, a plush. I mean, these people, well, he wears glasses too. So if you wear glasses and you're a Disney collectible, they're mad.
So before we went on lockdown,
he's got his glasses.
They had a collection of the ink and paint that I was very much interested in.
Me too.
But I guess that's gone now, right? The month is out. So I'm going to have to get on eBay and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get.
The only thing I'm hoping, honestly, Lee, I'm hoping that they do have stuff still in store, like in the stores. And as the stores start to open, they'll put their leftover stuff in there. Because I wanted the color changing mug. That's the only thing I wanted. And it's gone. It's not on Shop Disney anymore. And
I'm telling you.
Like overstock stuff, right?
Bro, I'm telling you. I just need, I could just quit my job. Yeah. And just go to Disney every morning and buy a couple of these things and throw them on eBay.
So funny you say that because there are people that literally make a living doing that. They're called shoppers, and they will go through.
Shoppers?
Wow.
I did make a killing on my.
You pay them. They charge you a fee. So like, you want this tiki collection. Let's say the total for all of it is like $500. So then they charge you a fee on top of that. So you pay them $700 and they get $200 commission. Like they charge commission, and they'll literally go and stand in line for you and buy everything that you want and mail it out to you, and you pay them to do it. Wow. There are people out there that
Look at this. Shoot me a gift card and all is forgiven. I mean, they're like mad. I want a gift card.
Every time.
I can't tell if he's got glasses on, but I mean, look at that.
Yeah, professional.
It did take me. I did make a killing on my Kyber crystal that I sold.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. 1 second. Just noted glasses, and
I see that.
This is the worst. This is the absolute worst.
Oh bother!
Oh bother!
This is the worst. You're the worst, Disney. I can't get my tiki cup.
You know what's even crazier than these guys? Is the pin collectors.
I like Justin's glasses better than mine.
Thank you.
Oh, we all put glasses on?
Mine are downstairs.
You like this better than, where did my other ones go? Better than these?
My God, you guys are so cute. I love it so
How
much.
dare you?
These or these?
How dare you, Disney? I can't get my Minnie Mouse tiki plush. I've been stuck at home for months. How dare you?
Dear Disney, I'm very dissatisfied with.
wait. Let me. All right, your turn.
Dear Disney, I am very dissatisfied with the lack of
what was happening again? Like it was very slow or something.
No, they crashed the site.
They crashed the website.
Why can't your website handle more than 800 people trying to buy something at once? How dare you? How dare you give a... I don't know.
I say, this is quite dreadful.
I agree.
I'm never coming back here again.
I'm going to Universal instead.
The manager immediately. We need that plushie.
Oh my God.
I'm going to Legoland. Legoland is better.
No, you have to threaten them with Universal. Legoland doesn't work. You have to threaten them with Universal.
I'll go anywhere. I'm going to SeaWorld. I'm giving you a 1-star review on Yelp.
I really need that Minnie Mouse bag, and I need the Minnie Mouse ears, and I can't do it. I can't do it right now. I'm literally shaking. Don't look at me.
Oh my
I'm kidding. No.
You're disgusting.
Oh dear God.
Someone please super chat. We don't have super chats yet.
Right.
Not yet.
That would have been a perfect time to do it though.
Jay just got more handsome with the glasses. Justin, proper, not so much.
I want that shot. I know one of y'all got it.
Hey, what's wrong?
Odin, what's up?
Odin! But you have to do it right. Odin!
Odin!
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so like there, man. So
Oh, God.
I'm gonna let my brother speak on something, but there was a time where I would go to the parks and I would get these magic bands. Now, the magic band collectible people are pretty ruthless too. And so, hold on.
Wait a minute, I gotta pull out my collection.
You got a what?
Oh, let me get my.
Oh.
Yeah, you said it. I heard it.
I got a limited edition. There's only 200 made. This is a vacation pack. So I like the Disney Skyliner. That's my favorite thing. If I were to collect anything Disney, it's anything with the Skyliner on it. I don't know why. That's just something I like. And I
have the matching socks.
I have the Skyliner socks too that I wear. So, it's just.
Oh my gosh, me! Look at you.
So let me zoom in on the magic band.
What is this?
Right. These are the ones that are not.
Hold them up.
I'm trying.
You have what are these?
They're the magic bands, Justin.
Oh my
And then I have some in a box.
You got the pass holder one. That thing is awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Pandora one's so pretty. There was a Pirates one?
Wait, I'm not done. I'm almost done. That's Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
Wait, didn't I get that for you for your birthday?
You did.
Yeah, there's the Darth Vader one I was showing you, Justin.
What are those?
I have Walt.
Oh.
Oh, I could wear that.
Let's go Rabbit.
Nice.
So, are some of them just in? What are those boxes? Can you show me one of those?
All right. So the boxes are the magic bands that come in the collector's one. So there's only 2,000 of these made, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only 2,000. This is the Skyliner Vacation Club magic band, right? 2,000 made, which I'm not a Vacation Club member. So I had to haggle with the lady to finally sell it to me, and she finally did. And so these sell for like $27 or $30, but they go online for like $100, $200, $1,000. People are paying for these things.
I love that.
Dooney, I'm a crazy Haunted Mansion fan, so this is Dooney and Bert.
Did you like
the purple one because it was the closest I could get to the Haunted Mansion?
Yeah,
so Justin, these ones,
generic. Tugs has got the free one they give out when you buy it.
When you make your reservations with Disney, you can choose a color. So this is the purple one I got. I got purple because one, it's my favorite color, and two, it's close to Haunted Mansion as I can get.
This is also Haunted Mansion, and it glows in the dark. So
that's cool.
That's my favorite. You've seen that one?
Oh, the Cinderella one. Oh, that one was
all right, so
I have this one. Look this one up on eBay.
Everyone's leaving our chat because they don't care.
See, I told you it's ridiculous.
So these that come in the box, they also have something magical that they do.
Yeah,
go into the park, and they have the little, they have the little things that you put your band up to, and most of them just turn green. That means you're good to go and you can go in. Now, these special edition ones, the reason why they're so popular is because they all do something different when you go into the park.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I have the Rogue one that still works. I have a Kylo Ren one. That was the very first. That's the very first one that they made. That's the only reason why we bought it.
The first limited edition.
First one. Now, if we had kept that in the box and not used it, it'd be worth crazy amount of money. But we used it.
They're asking what they are and what they do.
I know, but let me finish the story real quick. So once you get these special bands up to the little ball, each one of the ones that are in these box, they do something different. Some sing a song, some change the color, some do all kinds of crazy things, which basically like the cast members like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. When me and Lee were wearing the Kylo Ren one, because it was the first one that came out before the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't even see The Force Awakens yet. It changed the green that lets you into red, and it does the lightsaber swoosh sound wherever you use it, and it freaked everybody out. Everybody thought it was the craziest thing like ever that we had. So it's just a gimmick that they use. Now, go ahead. What you were saying?
Tell them, Lee.
What? Tell them
What's
what you were
on
going
the
to say.
what they do. Okay.
What are these? What are they're called? Magic bands.
Magic bands.
I thought they were literally just wristbands that just people were obsessed over and didn't do anything.
No.
I'm like, I could get this at Dollar General, but no, it's something else than that.
Yeah, no, this takes the place of your ticket. This is essentially your park ticket. You link it to your account on the app that you download on your smartphone. You link this to it, and it covers. You can make purchases with it. You don't got to carry a wallet or anything around. Also, if you get fast passes on the app, they're linked to your Magic Band. So when you go to a ride, get in the fast pass line, you got to scan this thing. And then it lets you in the fast pass line.
It also opens your hotel room.
Yeah, it's also a key. If you're staying at the resorts, this is also the key to your room.
Yep.
So you don't have to carry like wallet and all your junk around. And, all you need is your magic band.
It gives you access to the magic.
Yes. So I found I used to always get a Disney T-shirt, right? But then my closet was just getting full of Disney T-shirts that I stopped wearing. So I shifted my collecting to Magic Bands because they're all themed. You can even customize it, right? You can get your name on it, whatever. You can pick whatever you want.
Mine's got my name on it. You can get your names on them. They come if you have a pass holder. Did you get your little orange pass holder slidey thing to go on your band?
It's on my other one.
I have several. I've got one here.
A couple of them. I got to get mine.
They have a different one every year.
So, Justin, they come out with these special ones about 2,000, every 2 months. And they're hard to find. You got to go to special stores to find them.
They're usually behind the counter.
So
in the parks?
Yeah.
Yes.
So very cleverly, I used to buy these a lot. And I would buy different ones and then I resell them. So they had, when the Avengers were really big, I had the Thanos one. Ooh. I had the Endgame one. They had an Endgame theme, and I had a Black Panther one. Now so listen, we paid $28 for
right.
Yeah,
I sell them online for $200 because people all over America want the specialty Magic Bands, but they can't travel to Disney.
All over the world, yeah.
So they're just they have no option but to buy them on eBay. Because Disney shops don't really have these because they don't last. They don't really put them on. And so you can't really find them on the Disney shops. Every now and then you might be able to find one, but they're not the ones that come in a box like this. And so it's very random that you would find one. And then, so I had them and I would just resell them on eBay. Now, when we first went to Galaxy's Edge, my brother bought a Kyber crystal. And he hit the jackpot. He bought a Kyber crystal was what, $15?
Yeah, $15. And so the thing is, if you get the Sith Kyber crystal, you get a common one is a red Kyber crystal. But what Disney does is, from what I've heard, each day they put a handful, a very small number of black Kyber crystals to be sold, and they're all mixed in with the red, and you can't tell what you're getting. The packaging does not let you tell what you're buying, so it's all random. And the first time we went, it was actually when we got in as an annual pass holder.
Yeah,
before it opened to the public.
Special day.
I happened to buy one. They were pretty strict. You can only buy one crystal at that visit, and it happened to be the black Kyber crystal. So
after he played with it, opened it, used it, he threw it on eBay and sold it for a grand total
like $450.
Holy cow.
Disney collectors, bro.
Yep.
$15.
Let's see if I can find a
$400
Yeah.
profit after you've opened it, played with it, had your time with it. $400 profit.
Yep.
That's insane. I mean, I get the same kind of like weird feeling of just like, how are these like silly little baseball cards worth several $1,000s? Like, oh, it's just a, no big deal. It's a LeBron James rookie card. Like,
I'm
what?
saying $27, $250. People are buying these things. If I kept the Black Panther one, some of them are going for $1,000. $1,000.
Ridiculous.
The thing is, the only thing it did.
That's it. There's so many out there now. The price has gone down. See, we were at the park.
You did well done.
We were at the park before it was open. We got a special ticket to go in before it was open to the general public, and he ended up getting the black kyber crystal. Now, like I bought several of the red and purple ones and resold them for 3 times the price. Anyway, I didn't sell them for no $400, but I was selling them for $65. One I sold for $55. So basically, they pay for my annual pass. So when I go there and I buy a couple of these and resell them, my annual pass is paid for. So,
like, do people know what? Do they know what the kyber crystals do?
I don't know. You put them in certain things and they talk to you. And
yeah, so you can put them in one of the lightsabers you get, or one of the holocrons that you can get.
Bro, not $50
back there.
$450.
Yeah.
Well, now they're $50, but yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. And you put them in there and it changes the voice of the whatever. It's the message on the holocron. All it was Snoke. He just talked to you, said a few things.
Isn't shopper just a general term for people that go shopping?
Yeah.
Or did it just change now?
Professional shopper is what she means.
It's in quotes. It's different.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way,
I always listen. Let me tell you something, Steph. Let me tell you, all y'all in the chat. When there's something new at Disney, I immediately stand there at the store while I'm there and I go on eBay to see what it's going for. All the time. And I go, oh, all right. And sometimes I'll pick it up and throw it right on eBay. And sometimes I won't. But I've been making a killing off magic bands. I must have made about $1,000 off magic bands.
The trick is to buy 2.
Yeah. So like I can
keep one and then sell the other to get your money back and then some for what you just spent.
Yeah. So I mean, hey man, it is what it is. So like when I was there last time and I did a Baby Yoda thing.
There was a Baby Yoda
I made
one.
a fortune off that, but I ended up buying
not a Baby Yoda one yet. I'm surprised by that.
So
wait, they had a Baby Yoda one?
Yeah, they have a Baby Yoda magic band, but I did a video for Park Hoppin of all the new merchandise and it was all Baby Yoda stuff.
Yeah.
Phone case.
So, once I did all that on the Park Hoppin channel, many people were like, can you get me some? Can you get me some? And I was like, I went back on eBay and saw like what the shirts were going for on eBay. And it was like 2 to 3 times the price of what they were in the store. And it just makes like my mind. Now, when I moved, I sold all usually when I move, I hate moving stuff. So I sold everything I could possibly sell just to make a little extra money. This is the only magic band I have left, except for the ones that I wear to the park. So, but it's going to, I think it's going to change once I go back and see what they're going for online. Because even if you make double, I mean, you made a profit, even if you sell them for like $60, you've made $30.
Or just get your money back.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's the worst that happens. But I mean, you still
right.
have to pay for
That's what I mean.
shipping and everything. So you wanted a little more than that, but
sure.
That's insane.
When I worked at Disney, I worked in Disney Springs, the pin trading store. That's where I used to work, and the pin traders, those people, mad props to them because they are on another level.
And that
I have a question about that.
Next to you is a pin crazy person. So
You are?
Huh?
Who's a pin crazy person?
The person below you.
Are you?
I'm not crazy. I have a handful. I'm not crazy.
You want something, Shellback?
That makes you a professional shopper.
Y'all want something? I only charge you 10% after shipping.
No, Lee, when most people say, oh, I'm not crazy, they're usually crazy.
Yeah,
Usually
Steph,
nuts.
the pins are, I saw all kinds of crazy stuff when I worked there.
I have a question. If you have experience with this, being a former cast member, about trading with a cast member, do you have to trade no matter what is offered?
As a cast member, yes.
So I could trade something that's just so that you can, and you have to give up anything that I pick.
We have, and I don't know where each one is in the park, but Disney Springs, in the back of house where we would all go to like drop our money and stuff for the end of the night, there's a bin, like a box, like a moving box that's full of pins. And so you can trade out your little pouch and your stuff for it. So when you get all the little baby starter packs that the kids especially like to trade, you out hidden Mickeys. There was one, a coworker of mine got it. It was an anniversary, 25th anniversary. It happened to be random in the box that she just grabbed because it was cool. It was a 25th anniversary Cinderella Castle pin that was randomly in there, and that was gone. Like in 2 seconds, the next day it was gone. Like she got bombarded.
Those pins, they're different. They're different tiers, right? There's like the low end, and then I forget what the rating is called, but then they have a high end rating pin that they do stuff. They're like fancy.
Yeah, super fancy ones, and they have the hidden Mickeys or what everybody tries to look for, or any ones that are random that happen to be collectors. It's crazy, but yeah, they're pretty cool. But yeah, as a cast member, you have to trade. You cannot say no. So it doesn't matter. You can have the crappiest little thing you picked up at the dollar store. It's just like a Las Vegas pin. I've had people do that where they brought like "Welcome to Tokyo" pins and they trade them in.
You can't say no. Did you ever get annoyed that somebody traded something lame for?
But other people would, though, like the pin traders that were there, they would see some of these transactions go down and be like, "How dare you!"
Wow, that's interesting.
Oh, I like that person. Here, I'm gonna get some real quick.
Yeah, the fake ones. Yep.
Fake pins, yeah.
As a cast member, though, I don't care because I have to take them anyway.
All right.
I wanted to put together a pirate theme lanyard, so I kept looking for cast members who had like Pirates of the Caribbean stuff and trade them out.
So there was a guy in the chat that said that they were a Coca-Cola collector. I got this little guy here from a long time ago. It's it was my uncle's, I think, and he's had it's like 30 years old or something. Remember that Coca-Cola polar bear? And I got this for my birthday once. It's like this lizard that's made out of Coca-Cola cans.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool.
That is neat.
It's really creative, yeah.
Right.
So
the thing is, though, collection stuff come and go. Like there used to be like those Beanie Babies were like really popular at one time, and you see that sad news story of a guy who like collected gazillion of Beanie Babies. He's going to be a multi-millionaire when he started selling them, and then now they're not like worth anything anymore.
Only certain ones. The Princess Diana one I have is worth
like all the ones he was like, I've wasted my life and my money on Beanie Babies and blah blah blah. Disney collectible stuff like really never goes out of style.
I found them. I wasn't prepared, but I found them.
That is awesome.
See, there's the pirate.
Oh, I like that one. Oh, look at that one. That one's fancy. Look at you. Cool.
See,
I remember that skull one. I remember when they sell that one.
Some of them do stuff like they
open up or spin.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was gonna spin, to be honest. That's cool.
Open up. They're not just plain, boring, lame pins.
Those are really cool. I like those.
This one's got like the sword kind of.
Doesn't it? The sword pop out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when that went on sale. There it goes. That's cool. When I worked there, they had the Haunted Mansion. God, what anniversary was it? I don't remember what the anniversary was in 08, but they had a Haunted Mansion set that was like $200. And people were literally camping out. Like they formed their own line. They're so respectable. Around the pin trading store, we camped out starting at 5 a.m. for these pins. It was crazy.
5 a.m. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. These people are nuts.
See, I'm not crazy. I'm not doing that. I just walk around. I see a cast member. I'm like, hey, you got a pirate pin trade.
Yep.
Oh, what is also crazy is in order for you to ride the Rise of the Resistance, you got to be there at 4:35 a.m.
4:35 exactly.
With an app. You got to have your app.
Still, I thought they now changed it to where the app goes live at like 7 or 8 or whatever.
People don't know that, though. They still show up early.
Oh, yeah, they definitely do.
By the way, before I forget, I remembered the name of that one memorabilia exhibit that I was talking about earlier that had all of these like all of these retro sort of Disneyland memorabilia. It's called That's from Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe I forgot that.
That is so easy.
I know. I thought it was some kind of fancy name.
The thing about Disney, okay, so my opinion, the thing about Disney collecting is that they have the ability, they offer it to anybody. You can buy, the pins are like $15. They range from like, what's the cheapest, like $10 to 15. Some of them are maybe even more expensive. But then they also have like really expensive stuff if you're into that kind of like crazy collecting. The artwork, I think we talked about that last week. The art gallery, if you want to collect some of that, and they have I'm gonna say this wrong, Swarovski store where they have all this Disney stuff and those crystals, and I mean,
Arribas. I love Arribas. They're opening
a lot of people in there.
Do they have an Indiana Jones like magic band, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah, I would have that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen one. They should have done it for the the ride anniversary was a couple weeks ago, but
the ride anniversry
for
Disneyland. That's an okay ride. I mean, I don't
Indiana Jones magic band. I'm gonna
No, it was fine, but
Creepy Ho wants to know the secret of getting on Rise of the Resistance without getting up early. That's a story for another time when we talk about all things Galaxy's Edge. So, which will be coming up soon.
I could talk about the Disneyland part, but it sucks that there's no difference between Disneyland and Disney World for Galaxy's Edge. That sucks.
Oh yeah, I know.
Boy, people are mad at you for that comment about the Indiana Jones ride.
The ride is amazing.
No.
I will say
I've never been on it, so I don't know.
It's not as good as it used to be because they have changed it. For the old school people, it used to be one, a lot faster, and two, there's a part where you go across a bridge and when you stop on the bridge, and the bridge used to do this, and so like it was almost as if you were going to fall off the bridge. They cut that completely, and you don't do that anymore. You just sit there.
There's a couple things. Actually, there's an illusion that happened right in the beginning. You had like 3 paths to that you could randomly go on.
Yep, it used to be random.
You changed it. Everybody goes up the middle now.
Yeah.
So we're kind of ending the podcast version.
Sorry.
So if Jeremy, if you want to end the podcast, you could end the podcast now. Now we're just going to have a general, maybe 15, 20-minute discussion on whatever. We're going to take questions from the chat. If anybody in the chat has any questions about anything you like. And
I forgot about the podcast. Sorry, I was like showing stuff. Can't see that on the podcast.
Oh, you're going to end the podcast like
probably
that.
go. Jeremy will probably go. Jeremy will probably go. We can't use that for anything. So
Try it.
Well, if you are listening to the podcast, thank you so much for listening in, Park Hoppin' peeps. Have a great day, everybody.
But that's okay.
Sorry about
what?
that.
Yeah.
Not the podcast part. They took the fire out of the ride. I have no idea.
Yep.
They used to have part of the ride where like it's supposed to look like ice falling on you or something.
Yeah.
To be fair though, with that particular ride, it like goes maybe 35 miles per hour. And if you ever been to Cedar Point, like the rides are like 93 miles per hour. They're really fast.
Faster though. It was faster than that because I remember when you used to go on 2 wheels. When you come around, the part where the snake comes at you after you come off the bridge and you turn that sharp turn, you used to literally, it would lift you up on 2 wheels. Like it would lift you. It had a hydraulic system and lift you. And
I heard that
down way back in the day.
Question for the chat. What sort of protocol will they have to follow now for pin trading and visiting the outlets?
I haven't heard anything about the outlets.
It'd probably be similar to most other stores. They would just have like little X's on the ground and to kind of be like, okay, you go here, and that's probably it. I mean,
maybe like ticket.
There's an exchange of something that's been in your possession. You disinfect it before the exchange happens.
No, people don't even do that with like credit cards anywhere. So it's just they just take it.
Yeah.
Unless they have like one of those little machines up front. But like, I mean, even like at like if you need to if you're going up to a bar, you still need to show their ID, and most people just take it from you. So it's just, I don't know, it's just basically just up to the discretion of the employee and how.
They'll probably, I imagine there'll probably be a lot of, at least at first, when the park's open, employees that'll be wearing gloves, so that'll help.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know how long that'll last because it'll get sticky and hot.
Question for the panel. Has your opinion of Disney changed at all with the constant ride changes, price hikes, and messing with various franchises?
As a motion picture company, yes. As a theme park, no, not really. The ride changes are mostly because a lot of the rides are getting really old and they just haven't refurbished them. Like Indiana Jones is old. It just celebrated its 25th anniversary. So, and it hasn't changed. Like the ride has been the same for all 25 years. So that part of it, no. But as a movie company, Walt Disney Pictures, yeah, absolutely. I don't even get excited for anything they put out anymore because it's all just reboots and remakes.
So you're happy with Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge sucks. But it didn't used to suck.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't sucky when it first was announced. I was excited for it when it was first announced, but they backed themselves into a corner with that one. But Pandora makes up for it, so it's okay.
Oh, that's
I mean,
nice.
nobody likes price hikes, but
Yeah, but that's just demand.
it's unavoidable.
It's unavoidable. It's crowd control and demand, and unless they get rid of the pay monthly annual passes, they're always gonna just raise the prices. Like that's just never gonna happen.
I am excited. So ride changes. I am excited for Tron.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be pretty cool. I did recently, before everything shut down, went on Hagrid's motorcycle ride, which to me set the bar for anything they're going to create going forward. That ride is absolutely amazing. So yeah, ride changes. I think they tried too hard with Rise of the Resistance. I mean, why build something that's going to constantly break? I mean, maybe you got a little too technical with some things. I don't know, but
it is one thing I would say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, Hagrid's motorcycle ride set the bar.
Yeah.
I think they need to pay attention to that.
And Hagrid's is so popular because it's that classic ride. I do think in theme parks in general, Universal, listen up. Looking at you here. Stop with the screens already. It's enough. Go back to the old school way of doing things. The animatronics and the ride itself. Like if I wanted to watch a screen, I'd go to AMC movie theaters. Like, come on. That I would say that's Universal's huge on that. Like, knock it off already.
I mean, so I think a subtle part of that, like for the Harry Potter rides, they incorporate a little screen.
Yeah, both is good. Like when they do a little bit of both.
He's talking about Disney as your attitude towards Disney changed. So
I guess in some ways, yeah, but I'm still going. I haven't turned away.
I tell you what, I was anti the Guardians ride for the longest time because I was a purist.
So let me just say this.
No, yeah, no.
Say this. If I lived out of state, I probably would plan my vacation for Universal Studios. Not Disney.
I agree.
Because I live literally next door, and with the annual pass, it's just kind of like going. It's like we can hop in the car at 4:00 in the afternoon, go for 2 hours, watch fireworks, and go home, and not have to pay anything. You get what I'm saying? So I guess for me and Lee, it's a little. I'm not biased, but it's a little different for us. So it's like we don't have to plan a vacation. We don't have to get the hotel.
Right,
we don't have to get all those things. We don't have to pay for parking. We don't have to do anything. Like I could go to the park and ride. I could go to the park to go to Galaxy's Edge and ride the Falcon ride and go home.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, it would take like 2 hours of my day. That's it. So it's a little different for us. But if I was out of state, I probably would do Universal because of the deals that they give and stuff. Granted, I don't have small children. That's also plays into a factor. Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure are not for small kids,
right?
Because they can't ride everything. So they only have like little sections like Barney Land and a few others. So so that would also play into play. I do like Legoland a lot. It's like a hidden. It's just fun. I don't know. I don't live far from Legoland, and it's just kind of like, if you have little kids, I think that's the spot because they could just run around and like ride everything and do everything, and they have apple fries and they're awesome. And they have like I don't know how they're gonna do this moving forward, but they have these big boxes of Legos that kids could jump in and just play.
Yeah.
So they even have like a driving school there that I don't know if anyone from our family did that. Did she do that? All right. They have a driving school there for kids. It's the fun. You can sit there and watch that. It's hilarious. They put these kids through driving school, like little kids. And then they get to go out into like real traffic, right? With little cars. And they have to stop at the stop sign they have to stop at the red light and then go green when it goes. And sometimes they freak out and the kids are crying. They don't know what to do and they crash their cars. But it's just so funny because they literally go like half a mile per hour, if that. But they have this little Lego community that they drive through. You know what I'm talking about, Lee, right?
Yeah. It's adorable.
It's so cool for them to watch because they go through driving school. They teach them how to do it, and if they're comfortable, they get a little practice, and then they get a driver's license, a Lego car driver's license, and then it's like, now you're ready. We're gonna take you out into the big city to test your driving. It's cool. It's really cool. And then they also do that with a boat ride too, where a child could drive the boat through like a Lego river, you know,
Wow.
and it's just they just did a good job with that with kids and stuff. And so
there's a flight school too.
There is a flight school too, but the flight is a roller coaster when it does.
Yeah, it's not anything that they can control, I don't think.
Thank goodness.
That is so cute. I've never been to Legoland.
Yeah, so like it has things like that, which I think are, if you have children, small children is the better option in my opinion. They have a water ride there that nobody rode. And I took Lee, his family, and we were all there. And we rode. How many times did we ride that thing?
I think 3 times. It just kept going around and around.
Yeah, there was nobody in line.
Yeah.
Because it's not crowded like Disney or Universal. So when we got done, we were like, can we just ride it again? The guy's like, go ahead.
Yeah.
So we just kept riding it. And you get a water gun. And there's targets. If you hit the target, you just get drenched. So it's like you hit the target, and the guy next to you is supposed to get drenched. And
or you can target the boat next to you or in front of you, and then the people walking by.
Yeah. So if you're an idiot like me walking by, go, hey, look at that ride. That's cool. The little kid could turn with the gun and like hose me. You know. So a lot of kids love that stuff.
Get out of here, drunk.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, and then you get mad. Then they're like, if you want to get the child back, pay $25 and we'll give you your own hose to spray them when they go by. So like, you're ready, man. You're like, yeah, spray me again, little kid. I'm gonna get you right in the face. So it's a lot of fun. I like it, man. I like it. It's a lot of fun.
That sounds great.
Question from Steph. She says, y'all should do a vacation planning video. What you need to know, what you should bring, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, we're working on, we all have the top 5.
We all have a job to do about our top rides.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it still. I got to figure out how to do it though. I got to plan the logistics out for it. I'm planning on doing one for solo travelers because I go by myself all the time. There it is. So I'm planning on that too because I fly by myself. I stay in a hotel by myself. I go to parks by myself. So.
Hi.
Justin's sad, everyone.
Why am I? I'm not sad.
He wants to be in Florida with all of us.
I do. I want to be someplace warm. Everyone's in a place that's warm, and I'm in Ohio, which is cold and it's still like 50 degrees. It's terrible. I miss it. But by the way, I agreed with everything that you guys said on the last question. Whatever that was from Common Sense America.
Solo travel's the best.
I will say though, can I go back to that just for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. They asked, has your opinion changed of Disney at all with the constant ride changes? The price hikes is something that I really kind of have an issue with because, and it's always kind of been an issue. When I was, I was a kid, family of 5, it's very expensive to go to Disney World. We only really did it like once, and actually paid for it. The other time I was like in the marching band, and we kind of got to go for like a very cheap price. And the first time we went when I was in kindergarten, we did it. The only reason we did it was because my dad had won a vacation from his work. So, which was really awesome. And I got to take a week off of school, and I was like really excited about that. And about going to the parks, I was always afraid of the characters, but it's not very, and because of all of the price, the ticket prices are just astronomical. It's just like, I think, Jay, you had a couple of different videos on the Drunk 3PO channel where you explained like how it seems like they're cutting out like the middle class from being able to even go. Didn't you have a couple of videos like that?
Yeah. Unless you're a resident. Yep.
Yeah. Or like an annual pass holder, then it's affordable. But you can't really do that if you're like out of state. So it just makes it very difficult. So you make a very good point when you say, yeah, people should probably like, do Universal instead. They have a lot of great rides. My favorite is the Hollywood Rip Rocket. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love like having all the songs on there. I always do Kickstart My Heart. That was my favorite one. They need a lot more. They need a lot more like heavier songs for that, because that's what a roller coaster is. Like, but
yeah,
I am not a fan of that ride.
Really?
I love it. What's wrong with you?
It always gets stuck.
Oh.
It seems like every time I'm at the park, like, oh, the ride is stuck again. People are stuck.
Here's something funny when Jeremy came into the chat. Look at our faces.
We're all like, we're used to him though. Like, we interact with him all the time. We're like, oh hey, what's up?
But my very first stream on Jay's channel where he popped in, and Steph and I are both like,
was that a big surprise for you guys?
Yeah, that was right before Christmas. We got invited on his channel. Remember that, Steph? And Jeremy popped in out of nowhere, and we were like, oh my God, it's Jeremy.
Yeah, all the bigs. I had Jeremy, then Anna comes in, and everybody was just like, everybody was all starstruck, and I'm like, I just make things happen.
Yep. And now it's like, there's Jeremy in the chat, whatever.
I got that all over with at Celebration. That was a lot of fun. But I mean, the same thing. I can tell you guys the same thing happened to me. I think Jesse Milestone and I were talking. I think it was a couple months ago. She mentioned like, "Oh yeah, you seem like such a fanboy." When we were just like walking around, and we were like, "Hey, you can hang out with us for a bit." So I'm like, "Really? That'd be awesome." I don't know who these people really are, like aside from watching their videos. So I don't know what they're like off camera. I mean, they're similar. They're just on their phones all the time ish. But it's just something that they just kind of become your friends over time, and you're just like, okay, like you get used to it.
Yeah.
But they're always fun to hang around, and that never goes away. The enjoyment of their channel doesn't go away. No.
Force Ghost Jeremy is absolutely correct. It's a lot of money.
That's about right.
For people to go.
It got to the point for me. I live in. So I'm in Vegas. It got to the point 2 years ago that I did the finances for just me by myself. I don't have a husband. I don't have kids. I don't have any of that. It was cheaper for me. Brian, same. It was cheaper for me to buy an annual pass, even as an out-of-state person, for Disneyland than it was to just pay each time. They got that bad a couple years ago at Disneyland. It was crazy. Yeah.
I remember on I think it was Jimmy Kimmel Live, where Bob Iger was being interviewed, and I think Jimmy Kimmel said like, "Oh yeah, I don't get a discount on anything with this little Disney card, and like the churros are expensive." And then he started laughing, was just like, "Oh, we just raised the prices." I was just like, Like I'm like really, really, Robert.
Listen, we will do, me and Lee. Maybe if I can get one more, if I can get a friend from Universal, we definitely want to do a podcast live stream about this, how to save money at these parks. We know a lot of little tricks that could save, savings of $100, $200, $300 is big for a lot of families. So when you go a lot, you just learn stuff, and they tell you like this is available, but people just don't know it's there.
Yeah,
right.
People don't know.
So it's just like one of those things where it's then you learn it, then you're just like,
yep.
All right, that's like, what I need to do.
They're like little Disney secrets, I guess.
But they're out like it's like saving money on parking, saving money on travel, saving money on hotels, saving money on food. Should you get to Wonderland?
Even planning, like if you're out of state, there's a way you can. There's things that you can do to help offset the cost.
Supplement says, which annual pass should I get? Now, that depends. You're out of state, so your out of state annual pass. It all depends on how many times you plan on coming back for the year. If you're coming to Disney for a week out of the year, it's probably best you don't get an annual pass. Just buy a 5 to 7 day park hopper pass.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you're out of state, you can only get one type of annual pass.
There's two.
Mm-hmm.
There is two.
What are they?
There's the one I got. There's the Disney Signature Pass, and then there's this Disney Signature Plus. And the biggest difference between the two, besides
the water parks,
is the water parks. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
ESPN Zone or something like that is included with the higher end one, but the one I got is 12. You only have the two options, so it was 1,200 for my annual pass.
Ooh, no.
Wait, is that the one with the water parks or without?
Without, because I don't do
no water parks. 1,200 for a year.
For us out of state people.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
But it's worth it for me because for me, I travel all the time. I'm solo. I'm single. I go down there literally all the time.
But with an annual pass, it's not just about park access, right? So annual pass, you get free parking, which is $25 a day.
Yeah,
27.
They went up.
They raised the parking. That's right.
Jeez. You also get the photo pass. So all the pictures that they take, you can go by any photo stop, any character. They take pictures. They all go to your app. You can download them and have them.
Have a nice digital copy, like a nice one, high gig digital copy.
You also get annual pass discounts on any merchandise and most restaurants.
Yep.
You just got to say annual pass holder, like, oh yeah, show me your card. And they take, I don't know, 10, 20% off depending on where you go. So it adds up if you use it.
It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
It seems
like if you have a family and you're staying for a long time, it may be worth one person getting an annual pass and then just getting the day passes for the rest of the family. At least you get free parking and the photos and, little things like that.
You would have to stay at, this is probably a facetious question, but there is Camp Wilderness over at the Wilderness.
You could actually bring your mobile home. People stay there for a long time at Camp Wilderness.
It's $50 a day to park on their lot for your RVs and your mobile homes and stuff for Wilderness Lodge. That's
Camp Wilderness has a great restaurant that many people never go to. It's like an all-you-can-eat steak and
it's so good
stuff if they still have it. So, and you can go to Camp Wilderness and take a horse-drawn carriage around Camp Wilderness. And you get free champagne with that. I've done that twice. So the first time the horse took a giant dump when we first started. So the whole ride smelled like poo because they poop in a bag. The horse has like this big leather bag by his rear end. And he just was like, and the lady like doing it. She goes, oh, well, sorry. And then you just kind of like smell it the whole time because they don't empty the bag.
Ew.
So, tips for foreign travelers like us in the UK would really help. Flights and hotels start at $1,000. Gotcha, boss.
Travel agent. Contact a travel agent for sure.
I just got an email from Disney Destination just now. Did anybody else get the same one?
Let me see.
No.
You know, I had a reservation at Morimoto Asia for after they open during the time that they're going to be open, and they canceled me, and I'm super cranky about it. No, I don't have one. What does it say?
Is it anything big?
Disney Springs opening and what to expect.
Oh.
May 20th will be our first phase opening. And they gave you a video to watch on what to do.
Yeah, it's on the website too. DisneySprings.com/reopen.
Just in time for Tugs
Face
to
covering.
arrive.
All guests 3 years of age or older should have a face covering.
What's the age?
3 years.
3 and older.
You're supposed to wear it the entire time. There will be a temperature screening once you arrive. 100 degrees is the temperature. You can't have higher. Physical distancing to be put in place. Are they gonna? You think they'll have a limit of people that can go in?
Yes.
They have to.
The article I read said
How
that
do
they
they measure that?
I have no idea. I have no clue how they're going to measure that, to be honest with you. But I'm worried about my reservation. It's okay. I'm coming after it's open, so I think it'll be okay.
When does it open? It doesn't say.
The 20th.
I know what time.
Oh, I don't know.
Usual time?
Well, usual
Usually it's like 8 a.m.
Sure, yeah.
Only between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m., right, Jay? I think it was 10.
Yeah, 4 to 10.
And then like Morimoto Asia is only opening between 4 and 10, but nobody else, I don't think anybody else has talked about hours, so it's probably normal 10 a.m.
Have they had restrictive hours on like CityWalk? I think you just mentioned that. Is that what you're talking about? Is that why there's like a bunch of questions coming up about that?
Yeah. Disney CityWalk had restrictive. It's only open between 4 and 10 p.m. right now.
Oh, okay.
So, but Disney Springs hasn't mentioned anything about that.
Well, then maybe there isn't any until they say something.
Yeah. I know that Morimoto Asia specifically said that they're only opening between like 3 and 10 or 4 and 10 or something like that. So that restaurant specifically is only open between those hours, but everybody else seems to be, hey, whatever. Yes, I know. My reservation for Wine Bar George is at 7 p.m. when I land. So, and you guys are going at 6 o'clock, right? That's your reservation? Yeah. So
you'll
we'll
like
probably get there early, right?
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
Just to see. We just want to know what's going on. Well, anyway, we've reached the 2-hour mark. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you, Steph, for modding.
Yeah.
We will see you next Saturday, probably. Check out the live stream.
Wednesday.
We'll be going live on the 20th, which is 4 days from now at Disney Springs. And
you're gonna be there in 4 days?
Wednesday, yeah, they're going Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is exciting.
It's chill.
With your like $5 flight.
Come on. I was gonna go. I was gonna book a last minute flight. Actually, let me check and see.
She is the best. And that's it, man. We will catch y'all next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.
And
bye, everyone.
When
Be safe.
finish up,
We're almost through this stuff.